Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to move with me. It's a pleasure to see you all, and I hope you are in a not too comfortable chair, and you may have a strap and perhaps a drink of water just at the ready if you need those things. So I think we'll begin without further ado. So sitting nice and tall. And yes, not too comfortable a chair because we want to actually feel our bodies supporting us as we sit. Take a moment just to connect, feeling the feet on the ground. Maybe you wiggle your toes and let them softly fall to the ground. And then connect to the feeling of your legs on the chair. And your hands on your lap. Allowing us to ground by just sensing the body and the relationship to our environment, the floor, the chair. And then you might just notice sounds in the room. And perhaps sounds outside, further away. And then you can bring attention to your breathing. Where is the movement in your body from breath happening? Let's see if we can free the breath a little more. And we'll do that with some gentle tapping. Soft fingertips. Begin to just tap the front of your chest. And as you do that, you can feel perhaps a pitter-patter of your fingers. But can your fingers also feel the rise and fall of your upper ribs? We'll take that across to the right shoulder, maybe just tapping with the left, and then lift and lower your shoulder while you tap. And what you're moving under your hand is your lung. You may not think about that, but you are. So then just pause for a moment with the hand and give a little squeeze while you then lift the shoulder, nice deep breath in. Exhale, let that relax. Sinking the shoulder away from the ear. And again, a little squeeze as you lift. Exhale, release. Feel there's a melting down all the muscles of the shoulder. And one more lift and squeeze. And just take a moment then. See if you can feel the breath into that side of your lungs. Perhaps it's a little more expansive. Super. We'll continue with that same side. If you gently tap onto the side of the ribs on that side, you might just maybe even move your arm slightly. Try not to be too rigid. Bend a little to the side, tap in that area. And wherever you've got ribs, you have lungs that can expand into that space. Kind of loosening a little tension away. Great. Take another little moment to pause. And again, could you breathe just into that side and feel that you've got this expansive, luminous lung space? I wonder if you can notice those slight differences from side to side. It's okay, we'll do the left side or the other side now. So just begin to tap the shoulder, the other side, while you gently lift and lower. Freeing up the upper lung. If you've been sitting at a desk a lot, it kind of gets compressed into that slouchy posture. And then pause and place the hand and give a squeeze while you lift, breathing in, lift your shoulder. Exhale, release. Again, Squeeze as you lift and breathe in. Exhale, sink it down, release. One more little squeeze. Ah, that's so good. And we'll see if we can tap a little bit underneath into the side of the ribs. Ah, that's good. If you want to make any sound, hopefully no one's listening. And perhaps even move the arm while the breath is happening. And then we'll take that pause again and see, can we breathe into that whole side of the lung? We're going to just activate the back of the lungs a little bit. So if you can take your hands just to the upper back and just tap a little there, and then you can hear there's that vibration in my ribs to make the sound. And then we'll shake out the arms. Can you feel a fuller breath on doing that? Super. Hands back down onto the lap. Take a nice deep breath in, lift the shoulders up, roll them back and down, exhaling. And again, up we go. Again. One more. Super. Fingertips to the shoulders. We'll begin to make a circle with the elbows in space, getting the joints of the arms nice and free into the sockets. And then take that focus again with the breath as we breathe in and elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, round in and elbows touch. Inhale to open, lifting the chin. Exhale, closing in, fold in. And again, go at your pace of breath. It's not necessarily the same as mine. But you can begin to feel the upper spine starting to open. A couple more. And then taking the elbows out to the sides, open out the hands and you're into this goalpost position. It's quite an imposing position, I think. Not always so easy. Maybe you slightly bounce the arms back just that little bit, feeling that stretch across the front of your chest. Allow the breath to flow. Great. Release the arms back down and let the arms just gently swing. So no effort in the swing. So hopefully you don't have arms on the side of the chair. Nice and easy. Super. Hands back onto the lap. We'll take that upper body extension and flexion into all the way through the spine with cat and cow. So now you can start to move the lower spine too. So see if you can take your tail back, arch your spine and lift the chest. And then exhale, draw the tail forwards, chin down, round your back. Go at your pace. Enjoy this delicious, smooth, silky spine. Freeing the breath and freeing the spine. Staying with this lovely sensation of fluidity, flexibility, and freedom of your breath. Couple more. Can you feel your bum kind of moving on the chair as well as you do this? Great. Coming back into center. Lovely. That looks so good. Let the arms rest by the sides and just begin to move into lateral flexion as if you're reaching down to the floor. But again, no effort. You still feel the breath moving in your body and the lungs expand and contract. So I'm not doing one breath movement here. I'm just sensing the breath as I'm moving. And then we can take it a little further and open the ribs more. So fingertips to shoulders again, and this time stretching that little bit higher. Again, I'm not breathing one breath per move, I'm just sensing the breathing, very, very calming for the nervous system if I can do both things at the same time. Move and focus on breath. All right, but we can do a breath per move too if you want to do that. So this time we'll reach up and breathe in and exhale back down. Other side, reach up and exhale back down. Again, other side, down, again, and down. But it might be a nice experience when we're doing that side bending to really get a stretch into the diaphragm. That's your breathing muscle. It's a domed sheet of muscle here with your lungs and heart on the top, your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, intestines underneath there. So it's a ceiling to all of your abdominal organs and a floor to your heart and lungs. And we can really get that nice lengthening and releasing of the diaphragm if we do our side bend and exhale at the same time. And if you add a little bit of a sound, that really gets that extra bonus stretch and work your abdominals. So if you'd like to reach over, if you go toward the left, I'm just going to tap just that little bit again into the ribs here. You can take a breath in and then exhale. Long exhale for me. And then come back up. Beautiful expansiveness into the ribs, into the chest, into the lung. That's great. Should we do that on the other side? So you can take the arm up, maybe take a breath. And then exhale. Maybe tapping. Super. Come all the way back up. We're going to do one more time each side, but this time with this, you can do it in little bursts of. So this will work the abs and let your diaphragm really lengthen up, 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 up. So nice and releasing. Okay, so we can stretch it up. When you're ready, take a breath in. And then coming back up. Have lovely voluminous breaths. I hope you have that too. We're going to do the other side whenever you're ready. So you can take the arm up, maybe take a breath in. And then leaning and super. Pause. Now experience your breath through all of your lungs, this whole area of your lungs, into your back, sides, chest. Maybe you experience a full, complete breath now. And there's a softness to the mind, calmness. Okay, we'll move it down through the body a little more, taking the feet a little wider. Begin to circle out. Allow your weight to shift from one side to, I'm feeling sit bone, the sit bone, but also nice freedom into the ribs and the spine. Again, tune into your breath flowing. You can change direction, and you can change direction at any time, shifting it back and forth, but feeling free and flowing through your body. Excellent. Coming back in towards the center, we'll take this into some gentle rotations. You might begin with just the elbows a little out to the side. And again, feel your breathing. If you want a little more, then you can reach. And attention to the breath flowing. If you want to change the direction higher or lower, feel free. A bit of variability, randomness. And perhaps you might picture here that your lungs are swinging. You know, they are swinging. Swinging around the heart and around the spine. All right. Bring that back in towards center. Again, just do a check-in. How's everything feeling? I can feel that there's a little more warming movement, more active. Okay, so we'll move a little bit now into the hip joint, getting us ready to do a bit of standing today. So you can take one leg and we'll lift and lower the leg. It doesn't have to be super high. But feeling this lovely flexibility of the hip joint. And then we can take the leg out and in. You were able to still focus on the breath. I noticed it was fading for me. And then we can circle that out. And go into the other direction. Great, bringing the leg back down. And we'll do the same on the other side. So warming up through the hip joint. First of all, lifting and lowering in that direction. And then we can do a little out and in. So we'll help to create synovia through the joint. And then circle out. And you can change your direction. Excellent. And bringing that back down, bring the feet together. And we'll do a little turn out of the toes and turn in. And notice as you do that, the movement of your knees and your thighs follow the movement of your feet. So again, we're kind of working a little bit on the hip joint, even though it looks like it's the feet. And it is the feet too, but so hip joint. And then can you do the toes together and let the heels wag out and in? And again, you may just see that your knees, your thighs fold in a little bit when your toes go in. All right, let's see if we can do a little movement crab walk for the feet. So heels and toes, taking the legs a little wider and then walking back in. Great, and we can try that one more time. So nice flexibility through the feet, through the hip joint. And back one more time. Great. Give a rub over the knees. And never underestimate how helpful it is for the body to enjoy your own touch and the warmth and healing qualities of your hands. So the outer knee, the inner knee, and a little under the knee. That's where our quads attach, just underneath the kneecap here. So a little rub there is so lovely. And then connecting into the quads themselves and give a tap into the quads. So 4 big, strong muscles that you can feel should you then wish to kick a ball, kick your leg. You can feel that under your hands, how this strong contraction of these 4 muscles helps kick your leg forward. So again, just a few more feeling, you know, in touch. As one lovely student once said, isn't this biofeedback? Yeah. Super. Pause for a moment and we'll do a little now just for the feet. So take a foot forward and give a point and flex your toes. Well, it's your ankle. Appreciate your calf muscle contracting, bringing blood back to the heart as the muscles press on the veins. And we'll do the other side. Very simple exercise we should be doing regularly through the day if we're sitting a lot. Super. Go back to the first side and then circle through the foot. Change directions regularly. So do 2 or 3 circles one way and then another. And this is nice for our mobility for the foot so that, you know, we're walking on an uneven surface and we can change direction very quickly and adapt to the environment. Okay, shall we try that on the other side? So, you know, your own curiosity, interest, do a few one way, a few the other. Great. feet come down. Now, if you have any issues, for example, people in a wheelchair, or people who sit a long time, or people who have issues with their legs, we need stimulation and circulation there. So one way to get that, and I kind of like this myself anyway, is to use your strong arms, lift your foot just about an inch or so off the ground, and then let the weight of the foot just go. So you're not actively using your leg. It's a drop, right? It's just a drop. It'll stimulate the leg, stimulate the foot. You do that a few times as if your legs are immobile and you're getting a little bit of stimulation. And once you've done that on one side, try the other. I can feel there's a lot more energy passing through the foot now, through the leg. So a few little drops. Super. So for those who'd like to do a little bit of standing, I think we can try that. And I'll be doing several things standing that you could also do sitting down. You're welcome to choose whichever feels good. Now, the whole act of getting up and down from a chair is itself a great exercise, especially as we get older. So get the rocking movement going, and you do what you can. So it may be just coming forward and pushing into your feet, and then lifting your feet. It may be coming forward and just lifting your heels. And one technique that also can help is if you put your hands onto your lap and push the heel of your hand into your legs as you start to lift your butt off the chair. So lots of variations. And then let's focus on the breathing as we do it. For those who want to use the breath as a tool, you could exhale as you start to push into your feet to get up, but it's not necessary. Excuse my squeaky chair. And then we can, after 3, those who'd like to get up, 3, a 2, and a 1, and woohoo, we're up and standing. Super. Fabulous. That's good to see you up, Bad. All right, so you can move to the back of your chair if you want to, or freestyle, stand in front of your chair, whatever feels good. But just shift the weight a little from side to side. And I'm going to do a little bumps a daisy here. So just pushing the pelvis out to one side and then the other. And then coming into center, keep a little bend into the knees and hands to the hips, and we can hula hoop here. Important to have a little bend into your knees here. You don't want to crank into your knees. Shift your direction. All right, okay, and nice and centered here. So we'll do a little move again for the ribs. So, I'm very conscious of strong, healthy lungs to get our oxygen going and also to get our waste out. And this is a tricky movement to do. What we just did with the pelvis, we're going to play a little bit with that, with the ribs. So you put your hands onto your ribs and see if you can push your ribs from side to side. We just did this with the pelvis. Now, keep the pelvis steady, but move your ribs. Ooh, not so easy. And then feel your breathing. Then we can do a little push forward and back with the ribs, forward and back. Try not to do this too much in the lower body. And then we're going to see if we can take this in a circle. So we go to the right, up to the right, forward, to the left, and back. To the right, forward, to the left, and back. And again, and we're breathing, and then taking the other direction, to the left, forward, to the right, and back. To the left, forward, right, and back. So it's a very subtle little move, but we want to free this whole area of the ribs. So standing nice and tall, take a breath, check in. Okay, we'll use our arms now in a nice full range. Okay, softness in the knees, breathing in, let the arms rise up. And exhale, spread that wide. That feels good, energizing. And again, push the ground away, a little bend, breathing in and out. And again. Allow your body to really feel the scope of movement through your arms. And again. Last one of those. Right, wonderful. We'll bring our arms again into goalpost arms. So let's just check in on alignment here. If you turn your head to the right, is your right wrist above your right elbow? And is your right elbow in line with your right shoulder? Take a breath here. Turning to the other side, check in alignment. Wrist over elbow, elbow in line with shoulder. Bring your head back to center. Keep a teeny bend into your knees, and we're going to turn the upper spine toward the right. So the whole of the upper spine twists to the right. Try not to bend in your knees here, though, please. Then let's take a nice deep breath here. And letting it all go. And again. Super, coming back into center. Let's go to the other side, twisting to the other side. Knees are facing forwards. This is upper spine, ribs. Find the breath. Breathing in through the nose. And either out through the nose or the mouth. Great, coming back into center. Let's let the arms relax a little bit. Let them swing now. We'll do a few little dips of the legs as well. It's up to you. You can just do the swing of the arms, or you can do a bend of the knees as well. Can you coordinate that without trying too hard to coordinate it? And we know we're really relaxed and just chill with the movement. Great. So let's see if we can take the arms behind us this time. If you want to be able to put the hands onto the lower back, or some of you might be able to interlace. Small bend to the knees again, just to support the weight, and then lift your chest, maybe lift your chin, stretching the fingers back, back, back. Nice breath into the front of the chest. And then begin to bend into your knees and see if you can hinge forwards and stretch your arms back as you fold forwards. So to wherever feels comfortable enough, with some challenge. All right, we're bringing ourselves back to neutral and release the hands. So I'm going to go behind the chair and just do a little bit of a warrior one pose and incorporate some of these nice upper body opening situations. So you can have your left foot forward, your right foot back. Choose a stance that feels just right for you. Try not to have the legs too close together so you've got a nice supported base. If you need to hold on, hold on. Otherwise, we're going to come back to our goalpost arms. Open nice and wide, the chest. Feel that breath into the front body. And then you might just scissor the fingers, open and close. Stretch your hands, open and close the fingers. And the fingers now just sort of relax a little bit. But we're bringing the elbows in together, chin down. Inhale, open. Let the chin come to neutral or slightly higher. Elbows back. Exhale, folding in, closing. Inhale to open. Exhale to fold. Inhale to open. And then if you want to reach the fingers up into full warrior one, nice easy breaths, energy rising through your body, through from the ground, through the feet, through the legs, through your center. And then bringing the arms down, and if you can, and you want to, interlace behind you and lift the chest. So it's our anti-slouching medication here. One more nice full breath. And release. Step it up. Maybe just shake it out, pedal it out. And it would be churlish of me not to offer the other side. So we're going to do that. So the other foot steps back. You decide the stance. It could be a super long stance. It could be a a softer, easier stance. So we're challenging the leg muscles as well, stretching the back of the calf. But our focus today is about really getting some space and openness through the lungs, the ribs, the chest. So we can come back to our goal post arms. And you can stick with this. Maybe you want to just scissor the fingers open and close, feel the energy through your hands. And then soft and easy fingers, but can you move a little in the upper body while the ground foundation is nice and solid? So bringing the elbows together, the chin a little down. You can take a breath in and open up. And exhale to fold in. It's a balance challenge too. So you're steady, anchored, yet free to move at the same time. And if you want to reach up now into warrior one, letting the arms rise. Let your breath flow. Bringing the arms down, you might interlace behind you for a little fun there. Lift your chest. And then stepping back up, taking the chair, stepping back up, and pedaling that out. We'll do a nice downward dog, I think, using the chair. And of course, this is great with the chair because you could be higher up at the back of the chair or reaching lower down. So if you start to walk your feet back in space and really feel this nice widening across the base of your pelvis. So again, you might reach a little lower. Good stretch to the back of the knees. Return to the feel of the breath through your body. Whenever you're ready, we're going to walk our way to the top of the chair again. Right, and moving to an upward dog. So that would be to lift up the heels, lift up the chest, softly looking toward the ceiling. And slowly lower your heels gently back down. Great, super. We're going to come back toward the chair and perhaps give ourselves a challenge as we sit down. So rather than just sit down, we can take this into a chair pose. So I'm going to say we put the hands onto the legs and widen across your bottom and push the hands into the legs into the hands, and feel width across the base of the pelvis. If you want to also then add the arms forward, you could, but that's up to you. Are you strong and sturdy? And feeling the breath, you're amazing. And can you from here really slowly, softly sit back into the chair? Softest of landings. Oh, beautiful. Good job, everybody. Super. Give you a shake out of the arms, a little shake out of the legs. Great. Give yourself a tiny pause. Maybe you have a sip of water or just a chance to notice your body, your breathing. Energy. And now we're going to get our strap. So a scarf or a belt is great for this too. And we'll put the strap around the ball of the right foot. And, you know, I really like this very sort of classic stretch of getting a stretch in the back of the leg, as in downward dog. But I also like the idea that if we lift our hip high enough or lift our leg high enough to get the flexibility of the hip, and you can do that a couple of times. So you're really lifting and getting some fold in your hip crease. But that gives an extra bonus in my books. Not that I've got any books, but so from there, push out through your foot and have your heel come forward. And maybe the leg is now just that little bit higher with a nice fold and crease of the hip joint. And sit up nice and tall. Try to relax your shoulders. You might even roll the shoulders at times. Yeah, my shoulders are relaxed and comfortable. And then we can start to take the leg out toward the side. Feel that nice stretch to the inner thigh. And return to the sense of the breath in your rib cage. If you want to take out the opposite arm, you can reach it out at the diagonal, and then turn your head to look at the hand. Perhaps you're observing your breathing. Does the inhale match the exhale? There are no prizes if it does or if it doesn't. You're just curious. And then we'll bring the hand back, the leg back in towards center, and hold the strap and draw the leg across your body. You can get a nice stretch onto the outer thigh, but also enjoy the twist of the upper body as you turn. And whatever the legs are doing, you can always just come into a gentle twist. And we have this little turn of the head, so something for the neck, something for the shoulder, and definitely breath. Let's bring that back in towards center. Lower the leg back down. And just pop the strap down for a moment and give some attention to that leg that we have just kind of stretched. So it might be to give gentle massaging movements at the thigh, or you might reach down to your shin, massage your calf muscles, say good afternoon to your foot. And how foldable are you here? Can you feel essentially deeply foldable? Let's bring that all the way back up. Feels great. So nice. Shall we do the other side? So when you're ready, go fishing for your foot and give a little bit of a lift here. So foldable. Can I feel foldable at the hip joint, right in here, the crease here? So the more foldable I am here, the more I have advantage to get up and down out of the chair, to walk up and down stairs, climb up a mountain like a billy goat. And then we'll stretch it out and we really get that bonus stretch now, the back of the knee. Can we sit tall but shoulders relaxed? So if you feel you're hunching and crunching, then wiggle and jiggle a little and loosen. Then find the breath. Be with the sensation. And then we can start to take the leg to the side and invite this nice cross diagonal through the body, turning the head to look at the hands. Watching the breath. Let's bring the arm, the leg back to meet and cross over. Getting the lovely twist through the body. So whatever the leg is doing, we can all enjoy the twist of the body. We reach the arm back, turn the head. Do you feel your rib cage moving as you're breathing? A bit like opening up an umbrella inside your body when you breathe in. Getting wider across your ribs. Bring the arm back to center, let the leg come to center. Take away the strap and give some loving attention again. So I'm doing nice little sort of swirly motions on the thighs, so fingers are massaging the hamstrings at the back. Or perhaps you love your knee, you want to give some love to that. Or you could reach your shin, calf muscles, your toes, See if you can even pause there for a moment, take a nice deep breath. And then coming all the way. And off. Put the strap to the side now. Lovely. And drawing out the right arm just a little to the side and push your fingers back. So your fingers are pointing back. So there's a stretch through the carpal tunnel, through across the elbow. And then take your fingers back to wherever you can and turn your head into the opposite direction. But just a little attention again to the breath at the front here. Tap where you're getting a little bit of the stretch across your pec muscles in your chest. And then just pause, take a breath there. Head draws back to center. Arm goes across the body. Reach under the arm and draw the top of the arm towards you as you turn your head into the other direction. Now, maybe you can feel the breath in that lung through your arm moving a little up and down as you breathe. So, oh yeah, that's my lung filling underneath the shoulder. And remember to breathe out fully just as you breathe in. Great. Let that release for a moment. And we'll do the other side. You extend your left arm, fingers draw back. And you start to push your fingers back and feel the stretch through the wrist, the forearm. And we want that up through the chest here as you turn the head in the other direction. And with my hand there, I can feel the breath move my ribs. And I might gently tap there as well. Again, it's a way of releasing tension, bringing awareness. And we can just pause, breathe there. Bringing the head to center, the arm across your body. Spread the other arm under, catch at the shoulder or the top of the arm, draw it in towards you, turn your head, and then feel the breath into that lung, move your arm and shoulder. Nice big release of the breath too. And you hear that sigh, you feel it soothes the nervous system. Right. Coming back in towards center. Let's take the hands one on top of the other at the back of the neck as we nod the head. Yes. So it's like a mummy cat picking up the kitten. That's you. Find your own flesh here. Give a massage, a squeeze while you move your hand. Good. Release the arms and just take a gentle circle with the head. You can see your nose or your chin as having a paintbrush that's drawing a circle, an arc. Don't go in any direction you like, but go gently. Many of us, I think we can hear noises from in there. And then let's see if we can find our lovely seated mountain pose. Beautiful posture, the head sitting sweetly on the top of the spine. And we arrive back where we began. We feel the hands on the lap, the feel of the fabric, the warmth of the hands, the legs on the chair, the feet on the ground, and the breath through the body. Full complete breath, the front, the back, the sides of the body, 360 breath. Bringing us health and energy, and yet calmness and focus to match. We can bring the hands to the heart, feel the skin of the hands. And the lift and the lower of the heart as we breathe. And I will say thank you very much for joining me today, and happiness, health, good wishes to everyone, and namaste.